Right, so in today's video, we got an incredible platinum journey here for your faces, and it is the brand new Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. It might not get Game of the Year, however, it is definitely going to be my favorite game of the year. It just honestly hit the spot in every single way. So be sure to stick to the end to get my raw thoughts on it and see how long this platinum actually took, because I'm not going to lie, it was way quicker than I thought it was going to be. So as always, if you do enjoy the video, please do drop a like and subscribe if you're new, as it really does help the channel grow, as well as dropping a comment down below of what you think I should platinum next. Also, any links, guides, anything that I use to help obtain this platinum will be linked below in the description. Let's get into this. So the game kicks off where Batman begins at Wayne Manor with Bruce and his parents. And the first part of this game, I was exploring around to get Bruce's costume for a movie that they were going to go watch, and within the first 5 minutes of gaming, I get my first trophy. Hey, let's go, our first trophy in the game. Beware the Grey Ghost. Complete Bruce's Grey Ghost costume. First one, baby. First one of many. If you've watched the movies, of course, the story is very similar to those. Bruce falls down this well, and then we're swarmed with bats. This is obviously showing the origin story of Batman himself. Obviously, for an origin story, we need some sort of pain there, so we see the death of Bruce's parents before we skip 10 years into the future as Bruce going to see the Penguin, as he is the one that was responsible for his parents' death. Then we are met with this funky looking guy with some insane pecs, and this is Ra's al Ghul. He is the leader of what is called a League of Shadows, which is basically where our first mission is going to lead into, which is us climbing the mountain so we can reach him, so we can join this infamous League of Shadows. We are joined by this girl Talia on the journey, who is also trying to join the League here, but mainly this first part of the game is just an introduction to the combat and all things like that. Upon completing all of that training, we later found out that Ra's al Ghul was actually planning to destroy Gotham, which ended up in quite a fun boss fight. It had multiple different phases, and it ended up with me whipping his ass, and this whole building exploded. And that wraps up the prologue and giving me a trophy for my hard efforts. So the only thing now to do is to head back into the cave where it all began and build up a new base of operation, and the Batman comes to life. And finally, we head out into the streets of Gotham, and I can actually play as Bruce Wayne in the Batman costume, finally. So first on the agenda is to tackle the Penguin to seek justice for Bruce's parents. This first mission was with Jim Gordon, and it was a detective style mission to find this guy called Flash, who was this detective who had some crazy vendetta against Gordon. Let's go, a friend. Unlock Jim Gordon, let's go. I didn't expect that trophy, came out the blue. As I was released into Gotham, I got one of the combat trophies here. Oh, let's go. What was that trophy for? Perform, that was really quick, but it was perform like 100 successful counters or something. Then I knew from looking at the trophy list there was a trophy for placing a pin on the map, so I got that one done and out the way as soon as possible. Jumping back into the main story here, we are chasing down the Penguin, and I love all of the little movie references throughout this game. It honestly makes this game pure cinema. While going through the main story, I managed to get this trophy for collecting 30,000 studs at once, which is honestly stupidly easy to do. This mission basically involved the capture of the Falcon before unraveling the bigger threat of the chapter, which was the Red Hood gang. So we will be seeing more of them very shortly, and we also get to see Harvey Dent for the first time. Upon getting back out into the streets of Gotham, I knew there was a trophy in the photo mode, so I figured I might as well grab that one before I forgot later on. And then it was time to get back into the story once again, and I got one of the trophies for a 99 times combo, which was super easy to do if you just spam those batarangs. This next mission was hunting down that Red Hood one, and after a bunch of fighting, it ended up with him being dropped in acid, so that's just great fun. But that wraps up chapter 1, and I of course get a trophy for completing this chapter. With that chapter all done, I wanted to spend some time in the Batcave to get some trophies. The first one being for purchasing 3 vehicles, this second one here for cashing in one of the challenges, which was then followed by purchasing 3 gadgets. Then I swooped round into the Bat shop to then purchase 5 items, and finally my last trophy in the Batcave here for equipping a red brick. Right, so now that is finally done, we can actually head back out into Gotham and do more of the story. So jumping into chapter 2, we see Harvey Dent get cream pied. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna run with that. Harvey Dent became Two-Face by getting cream pied in the Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Anyways, this little mission here was chasing down some evil mimes, and I'm not gonna lie to you, they were kind of creepy, but the mimes didn't last too long at all before we got to do a mission with Catwoman, and all of her missions were like these high style missions. They were honestly quite fun. During this mission, I did manage to get a trophy for performing 100 stealth takedowns. Then of course, by completing the mission, I get the trophy for unlocking Catwoman as a playable character. This is going to be a running theme throughout the game. During During this next mission on the way to finding the penguin, I got a trophy for purchasing a skill upgrade in each category. Finally, I take out the penguin in one big boss battle. Obviously, I'm not going to show too much of that. You gotta go play it for yourself. And then we show him these Joker cards that we have found to hopefully get some more information. So obviously, as we know, the Joker is nearby and we're going to see him very soon. In the meantime, I went back to the Batcave to get a trophy for placing a couple items. And then it was back out into the streets of Gotham. We finally laid eyes on the Joker for the first time. Just like in one of the movies, I forget which one it is. It's basically our job to get rid of these balloons that had some sort of laughing gas in them, which was going to absolutely cripple Gotham. This mission was honestly just super easy, and it just felt so nice being face to face to the Joker playing as Batman. It just felt like a core childhood memory for me right here. But as we defeat him, that wraps up chapter 2, and I do get a trophy for my efforts. Then obviously back to the Batcave, and I go purchase all of the Batcave expansions here as I had the studs ready for it. And then I also got a trophy here for changing the screensaver on the Bat computer. So then we jump back into the main story and we meet this girl called Dr. Isley, who turns out later on to be Poison Ivy. That's not really a spoiler, I just thought I'd let you know. During this same mission, we're introduced to Robin, and we finally get to go through a mission sequence with him. And then we get to watch his parents die. So that's absolutely great. Everybody needs their parents dying apparently to become a hero. Then after that, I do get the trophy for unlocking the boy wonder Robin. As I was in the free roam here visiting every single district in Gotham, I get a trophy for it. And then it was time to take out Kite Man. And I did this by destroying this crazy looking plant, and this opened up some activities to do around Gotham, which I'll later do in the cleanup. As you can tell from the theme of this chapter, it ultimately leads to a boss fight with Poison Ivy, which is a terrible fight, might I add, because you can't really get close to her, so I just had to spam her with the batarangs until she died. Nonetheless, I got her done and dusted, and that wraps up the 3rd chapter, and I of course get a trophy for all of that work. Now it is into chapter 4, and we get introduced to Batgirl and Mr. Firefly, who is going to be our boss fight for this mission. If you couldn't tell already, the main premise of this game is we get introduced to some sort of villain, and then the mission ends off with a little boss battle, kind of sort of, not really a boss battle, but you take out the boss. It was fun regardless, so I can't complain, and taking down each boss did feel a little bit unique in their own way. They didn't all feel samey. But yeah, Mr. Firefly here gets smacked up, and this ends that boss fight before getting introduced to the next boss, which is Mr. Freeze. And of course, I get my trophy for unlocking Batgirl as a playable character. You guessed it, it's time to take down Mr. Freeze. And while doing that, I get a few trophies along the way. The first one for defeating every single different type of enemy, which honestly caught me by surprise because there wasn't that many. Then the second one here for discovering 100 open world events, and a lot of you guys are just going to get this trophy naturally through playing the game. Super easy. And then another super easy trophy I got was maintaining max stud combo for 60 seconds. And as you can tell, most of the trophies in this game you can literally get just by playing. It makes it a perfect platinum journey. As you can see, I of course end up fighting Mr. Freeze in one epic boss battle. And upon completing that, I got the trophy for unlocking Nightwing as a playable character. So I essentially got 2 trophies from the boy Dick Grayson. What a guy. Then that wraps up the penultimate chapter of the game, defeating Mr. Freeze and Mr. Firefly. That completes chapter 4, and I do get my trophy for that. So it's time for chapter 5, and the Joker is back. TT Games did a major fan service here by giving us that Joker's hospital scene, which is honestly just epic. And then on my way to chasing down the Joker, this infamous biker came out of the blue. I'm not gonna lie, it was super easy to figure out who it was. It was Talia, who we thought blew up at the start of the game, and it was a little bit of a giveaway as I got this trophy for it. She came back from the dead, basically. Another trophy came in hot here for collecting 1 million studs, and you get these cumulatively. You don't need them all at once, but I got this while I was on my way to the next mission. This next mission gave me a major throwback to one of the Arkham games. I forget which one it is. I think it was the first one, as we were escorting the Joker into Arkham Asylum. And if you have played those games, you know exactly where this is going to lead, and that is to one big ass fight with all of the inmates. So by kicking all of their asses, I get a trophy for completing chapter 5, which is like the final chapter, but there's another one. It's like an epilogue sort of thing, but it is called chapter 6, but we just don't get a specific trophy for it. So the epilogue, or chapter 6, is kind of similar vibes to the Dark Knight Rises, where we have Bane destroying Batman and he gets washed away as Bane takes over Gotham. So with Batman being MIA, it was up to Nightwing and all of the other side characters to attempt to take out this big energy bomb that was going to wipe out Gotham. I do manage to reach Bane, and we do have a little boss fight here, which which was absolutely amazing. And I thought I was fighting as Batman, but it actually turns out to be Alfred in a Batman suit with a voice changer and all of that, as the real Bruce Wayne was on top of Wayne Towers fighting Talia. Yeah, Talia turned out to be the supervillain of this whole thing in the final boss fight. Who would have guessed it? This boss fight was honestly quite cool, as it brings all of the characters together and they each have their own part to play within this fight. So with that, Jim and Batgirl were the ones to take out the bomb, and then we enter the final phase of the boss fight with Batman and all of those characters left. This ending fight was the end of the main story of the game, so I'm just going to leave you with my raw thoughts and reaction to this Lego masterpiece. Genuinely, I've had so much fun blowing through this game. It's a little bit short, but you'll see my thoughts. Oh no, credits! The story's done! Wow! You know what? Genuinely probably the best Lego game out there. Other than Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, but that's purely just nostalgia. But damn! That was such a good game. Genuinely such a good game. I loved all of the movie references, all of everything. I actually like the fact that you can't play as too many characters. There we go. A hero can be anyone. Complete story mode. Oh boy, I've got so much cleanup to do, but wow. That was so fun. Everything. I'm really enjoying this game. Really enjoying this game. I think I'm like 11 hours in or something like that. But honestly, I'm loving the game. Loving the game. It's so good. Like, just the way that everything has been pieced together, it feels so fluid. It feels right. Going around Gotham is just awesome. It feels honestly like what Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga should have been, where it's just not overcomplicated. It's just got the job done so unbelievably well. Main story is now complete. Let's go. Oh, I'm so hyped. There you go, 11.5 hours. And I have done a little bit of side stuff, but there's still so much more to do. I'll relive the adventures. I did manage to get all of the collectibles in story mode already. But yeah, I've got so much cleanup to do. I think it is genuinely like 10 hours worth of cleanup. So that's my plan for the rest of today and tomorrow. Maybe complete this game sooner rather than later. But yeah, let's get on with that cleanup, baby. Let's go. The cleanup for this game honestly wasn't too bad at all. It was around 7 hours of collectibles and side content to unlock everything. The first trophy I got was for purchasing all of the upgrades on a single character. Then I completed 20 challenges, which again happens absolutely naturally from playing the game. This smoothly led into 5 gold medals in the AR trials. The combat ones are the easiest. If you are struggling with those, just use Jim Gordon with a maxed out bubble gun and you can get your combo running crazy. And being the crime stopping vigilante that I am, I managed to prevent each type of crime in Gotham at least once. And then I got a very unintentional trophy for gliding in 10 different wind tunnels, and this flying my way into stopping 30 crimes to make Gotham just that little bit safer. I don't know why I left this one so late, but I finally unlocked all of the fast travel points in the game, and of course I got a trophy for that. But as I was getting these trophies, they all started to come in real hot, and I got this one for completing every puzzle room, then a gold trophy for completing every side activity in Gotham. Honestly, these were super fun. I highly recommend you to do them after you finish the story, whether you go for the platinum or not. Before then, it was time to wrap up all of the collectibles. So the first ones I got were these Wayne caches. There are quite a lot of these around the map. Then while I was in the Batcave, I unlocked the rest of the vehicles that I hadn't purchased yet, and I got my final Batcave trophy by collecting my final mini kit. Honestly, I wish there were more of these in the game, but then it would have just been more than the 600 and whatever collectibles I needed to get. After this, it was the worst collectibles that you needed to get in the game, which were these bat symbols, as you couldn't track them at all. Also, just to add, for the other collectibles, they can be tracked on your map by hacking all of the radio towers, and it made this grind so much easier. I then forgot to get the rest of my skills upgrades, so I went and purchased all of them at once. As per the graphic on the screen, there are only 4 trophies remaining, which I managed to quadruple stack for the platinum trophy. So I'm honestly just going to leave you guys here with my raw thoughts and reactions. So as always, if you do like the video, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a bit of a quick one, as I didn't want to spoil too much of it, but this game has been incredible to play. So here is my raw thoughts and reaction to getting the platinum trophy on Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Enjoy. I should get all of the rest of the trophies here. Oh my god, this might be it. Come on. Right, I've spent so much money. It's a good job I was saving. There you go. I'm not wearing hockey pads. Unlock all suits. And then, am I gonna get it now? Oh my god, let's just spam it. This is too much power for one person. Is this it? Are we about to quadruple stack the platinum? Let's go. A watchful collector. Oh my god, let's go. Collect all collectibles. I am Batman. Oh my god, let's go. I'm so hyped. So hyped. I spammed all of them out right at the end. Right at the end, I got them all. Collect all trophies. God damn, this was an amazing platinum journey. Genuinely, this has been my favorite platinum journey probably since Ghost of Yotai. Like, genuinely, this game has been phenomenal. Let's have a look at the stats here. I was playing on classic. I don't really care. I don't know why it says 99.54, but it should be 100% in 17 hours and 55 minutes. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. That is the journey complete. I can quit the game. I've had an absolute blast. Honestly, this game has been so incredible, so genuinely incredible. Like, it's everything that I wanted Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga to be. And honestly, it's just been so fun. So fun. Like, the platinum, I will admit the collectibles were rough. Like, there were I think 670 something collectibles in the game. But that was one too many. And like the little puzzles and things were just getting so repetitive. Like, there were genuinely so many of them. We got them done. We've got the platinum in less than a week of the game's actual release. This is now May 27th, so I don't know when this game came out exactly, but we got this one quite quick. And then I think it's James Bond, that 007 First Light game next. Oh my god, I've got some great games coming. Great games to play, great platinum journeys to go through. This has genuinely been a blast. I haven't done many platinums this year. I've only done 2, but this is probably going to be my favorite one of the entire year, other than probably GTA 6. I don't even know. Oh my god, what a game. What an absolute beast of a game. If you haven't played this, I highly recommend it. It's an amazing Lego game. An amazing game. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. If you did enjoy the video, please do drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think I should platinum next. Maybe do I go through all of the Lego games? I don't know. This is my first Lego platinum. Oh my god. But yeah, as always, if you did enjoy the video, drop that like rating. It really does help the channel grow. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.